Drew Slousky, Vice President and Certified Arborist from Giroud Tree and Lawn. We're here today to talk about airball ash borer because it's a devastating pest which it was imported and attacks ash trees, both green ash, white ash, blue ash, it doesn't matter. All ash trees, this is from the Department of Agriculture, all ash trees within a 10 to a 15 mile radius are at risk. Since it started, which has been I guess about 10 years now, it's killed over 50 million trees. The ash borer gets into the trunk of the tree and it tunnels around under the bark between the bark and the cambium. And there's so many of them in the tree, there's thousands of them in one tree. They tunnel around between the bark and the cambium. When one of those bugs makes a 360 around the tree, they've girdled the tree and they killed the tree. The adults also do a certain amount of feeding on the leaves, so if you see chewed leaves on a tree, that's going to be a red flag that yes, you have them there starting. At that point, if there's no dieback to the tips of the tree, you can usually protect the tree with the injection. People want to protect their trees. There are treatments or are protocols that can be done to keep the trees alive and get them through this devastating event. We're going to be recommending a treatment of a product called Triage because it's a multi-year treatment. It's one injection, it lasts 2 years. If it's a smaller tree and the people don't want to spend as much money, we can treat it with another product called imidacloprid. I personally would rather do the injections because 2-year treatment and seeing 100% of the material actually go into the tree, we know that there's no waste, there's no movement, it's going to be in the wood for that long. So that's what we will be recommending to most people. Whenever I inspect an ash tree, and ash trees are on my list of trees that have problems, they're fairly high on the list because they get attacked by a lot of different borers, not only the emerald ash borer. I always look on the trunk of the tree. I look at the crown. Is it full of leaves or is there a lot of dieback up there? If during the summer when the leaves are out on the trees, if there's a lot of dieback, well, to me, being on the property, that's a red flag that there's something going on with that tree and we need to look at it closer. As I'm walking around, I'm looking very closely at the trunk of the tree. I'm looking for borer holes. They're all attacks by borers. It looks like somebody blasted this tree with a shotgun. And there again, this tree was treated by us. It's doing rather well. Dieback on the tree, there can be holes in the trunk, the tree can be declining. Bottom line is, if you live within 10 to 15 miles of Warrington, you need to treat your trees because it's the only way you're going to preserve the trees because it's going to go after every one of them.